Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about lenders are moving towards picking the best deals in the market. You see, lenders right now have a bit of a dilemma. The ONS data that we got for March and April said house prices dropped 2.8% at that point. We've had the Nationwide Building Society saying their data showed that house prices dropped in June. And no one has a crystal ball to say for sure whether they think house prices will continue to drop for the rest of the year. Lenders have also got a bit of a threat in the buy-to-let market with the EPC stuff that's being talked about at the moment. See, the government is proposing that by 2028, any new let property at that point would have to have a level C EPC or above. And by 2030, all properties would need to have that. Now, lenders don't like risk. And so a lot of lenders right now are removing 5-year deals for people that have an EPC lower than C. You've also got lenders that are offering the best deals to people that have a level C or above as well. What we also talked about this week was on the residential front. There's a lot of lenders now, they're putting incredible deals out, but only for those people that have got a 60% loan to value or 40% equity in their property. By doing that, it brings all the good deals across to them and strengthens their mortgage loan book. So in this video, we're going to talk about buy-to-let mortgages and EPC and what lender has got a really good deal at the moment for those that have got that EPC level C. If you're new around here and you haven't done already, do make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. You'll get all the latest EPC news, property news, investor news, and much, much more. And let's get some views on this video by smashing like, tickling like, doing something to the like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that's helped the channel grow massively. So thanks to everyone that does that. So yeah, as I was saying, EPC level C. The government is proposing that that's what's going to happen, but they're not really getting on with it. And that's frustrating for a lot of people. You see, what the government are suggesting is going to happen, but it's not active yet. They're saying that landlords will have to have their property to an EPC level C, Energy Performance Certificate, just in case you're unsure what I'm talking about. You've got to have a level C by 2028 on new lets. So you might have a tenant right now. If that tenancy expires or they leave in 2028 and you get a new person, you've got to bring it up at that point to the level C. If you don't and the tenant just stays there for a long time, you've got to still do it by 2030. So that worries lenders. And it also worries landlords at the moment. And we haven't got a lot of clarity. You see, in November, the government was saying you'd have to spend a minimum of 10 grand getting your property up to that level. That meant that if you spent 10 grand and you still didn't get the level C, you'd get some sort of certificate that would tick it off that you did at least try to improve it. Then early this year, that changed to £15,000. They've also brought out some EPC grants, which landlords can get with local councils. So if you want to see about that stuff and you're a landlord, do search the channel joke down below and put EPC in and you'll find the video on that. But here's the thing. This just gives uncertainty. The problem is there are 2.5 million rental properties that are an EPC of lower than C. Lower than C. That's a hell of a lot. We don't have enough tradespeople to bring all these properties up. You've also got some landlords that just don't have the money. You also have some landlords that would sit there right now and say, you know what, I'm just going to get this done so I can forget about it and move on with my day. But the problem is, because the law isn't active yet, if you spent 15 grand doing your property up and it didn't get to a C, then the government then put the law in place, you would have to spend another 15 grand. So there's lots of people all in a quandary at the moment, and lenders are getting a little worried about that. And so what buy-to-let lenders are doing now is giving some good rates for A to C level EPCs in order to strengthen their loan book. And one lender that's doing that is a lender called Paragon. And so Paragon are looking to give an EPC rate for anyone that has an EPC A to C. A to C. So that ticks a lot of risk down the road for them. They're not going to have any problems with that. And the rate that they're offering to get people into this is pretty attractive. It's 4.54%. And that is on a 5-year deal. Now, what's also interesting about this deal is that the fees are quite high, but if you split them over 5 years, it's not so bad. It's 4% in fees, which you can add to your loan. So not the worst deal in the world, but it is one of their better deals. Paragon don't have the best deals in the world. They are a specialist lender. What they'll also give you is £500 cash back, which is nice to have, isn't it? So at the end of completion and when the mortgage starts, you will get £500 in cash back, which is a little perk and worth having. You can put that in your rent pot and put that towards any future maintenance that you need to do. So the fact is that you're going to start seeing more people doing this kind of loan. You've already got the Mortgage Works that have some deals on better EPCs. You've also got Barclays Bank that does this, and other lenders are starting to pay attention to this. Now, the problem is that, look, this might not even happen, this EPC stuff. The government is constantly making U-turns, as you've probably seen in the news this week. They're constantly backing down on stuff. And the Conservatives had this very same rule in place. They said landlords were going to have to improve the EPCs, and then they cancelled it. They said, you know what, this isn't going to work. It's too much. It's not likely to happen, and it's going to shrink the rental market and cause major problems. So they abandoned it. A lot of people also think that Reform will be in power, or Conservatives will be back in power by 2029. And that means that maybe this doesn't need to be done. So a lot of landlords have the belief that they're just going to sit on the sideline. But what I think you'll see is that maybe having some of these better mortgage deals will get some landlords a bit more motivated to get some of that work done a little earlier, regardless of whether this is law or not. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen a lender that's got an EPC level A to C deal that's worth checking out, and I'll make sure I share it with everyone on the channel. And if you want to basically be able to buy property below market value, enable to add value to that property, and also how to rent a property out and make maximum returns, we've got a program called The Fundamentals of Property Investing. It's got nearly 100 videos in it, and it will teach you everything you need to know about property investing. And it's a one-time charge of £20. It's on flash sale at the moment. You can grab it in the description. So do grab a copy of that while you're here. It's very, very affordable. Everyone else is charging thousands of pounds for the same training. So do make sure you check that out while you're here. Do smash like and subscribe, and check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.